we listen to the trees. And if we can listen to the trees, we can understand what they're saying and understand our history and what became of the people long ago. Many languages were spoken in this land. Greek, Mayan, Celtic, all the languages that have now been forgotten.
New Zealand is very much a Polynesian culture. The Polynesian were a very diverse and very creative culture. They changed and evolved. We think some of that change may have occurred due to tsunamis.
You see, the early people in this country were definitely not Maori. You can see by the cylindrical patterns and all the way the mathematical equations measure up. See, it's a feeling, and we're a feeling kind of people. I'm known as quite a lunar technician, and there's a lot you can learn by the movements of the moon. And that's how I believe people came to this country. They smelt the earth.
History is a strange thing, you know. Some people believe the Celts came all this way. I mean, if they understand that, they don't understand the Irish. They're terrible sailors. I mean, it's like travelling across the Weard in a spa bath.
The British brought a touch of class to ocean exploration. Not like the Dagos and Wops. I mean, they had no idea. Went around the base of South America and lost most of their ships.
They were pottery people, the Lapita people. And gradually they moved out into the Pacific. Perhaps they'd seen the Godwit fly, and they saw that the Godwit had already ventured around the Pacific, and there was places where people could live further and further eastward.
Qui est le person qui trouvait Nouvelle-Zélande? Coupé? Mais oui, peut-être. Mais le premier Européen? Abel Tasman? Non. Capitaine Cook? Non. Pour moi, c'est Binot, Paulmier de Gorneville.
You know, we used to have these tutorials. And one day, I just thought it'd be, interesting to open people up a bit, and so I put some acid in everyone's tea. Yeah, some people took it okay, but not the lecturer. He went all weird. He was never the same after that.
Who were the Patuparehi? Who were the Turihu? Who were the Waitaha? Our history has not been told correctly by historians.
History? Well, it's best left to those who know what they're on about, not those apologies for people, those Pākehā historians coming up with that bullshit. If they want the real story, you go to the archaeologists or the anthropologists and they'll tell you. The Māori of the Māori is in the whenua.
People came from all different nationalities here. It's been proven. They came from Egypt. You know, those Phoenicians types, they were here. And the Chinese, bloody Chinese were here. I'll tell you about the Chinese. When they came in all these bloody great junks. And they were off the coast of the South Island, and this huge comet came down, smashed into the water, and then there was a giant tsunami. And it sort of swallowed up all their ships, threw them onto the shores of New Zealand, and some of them was reduced to the size of a bloody matchbox.
No such thing as an unplanned voyage to New Zealand. I mean, in the old days, these are the kind of boats they used to have, the Phoenicians, the Vikings. I mean, the Vikings had to row. There's no way you can row across Africa. See, if we're here, we go sort of do the sort of whole thing of where the African continent is. It takes 5,000 miles to be able to come down the coast from Europe up here, where they came from. So the 5,000 miles from here down to the sort of Cape Horn, and to travel across, going by the sort of the Roaring Forties, it's 6,000 miles of open sea. Now, there's no way a person can just sort of float across and be able to sort of find themselves to New Zealand.
You see, the Egyptians were here thousands of years ago, even before the Maori, and they've left their inscriptions on the rocks. Some people, you see, of course, can read it. One can.
600 years ago in New Zealand, there was a huge eruption, the Kaharoa. It went all over the place for thousands of kilometres, and it put this layer of Tefla. They dated it to about 1350, and there's no archaeological sites that have been found under the Tefla.
But what I reckon, there used to be all these conversations all around the world, and they took them in their arks. Yeah, they used to drop them off. They'd have, birds here, animals here, 2 by 2 and all that, and they'd just drop them off in different places and leave them there.
We'd find the Spanish, Portuguese galleons off the coast of South America. We'd run them down, and would take off down the coast, past Tierra del Fuego, out into the Pacific. We were going to go up to the Caribbean. We missed the current. Over the seas we went and crashed on the coast of New Zealand.
Polynesia. That was where they found their magic. Beautiful maidens, had lovely teeth, very clean. Yeah. The only sailors who were clean were those who walked the plank. They never came back from their bath.